This is Dumbline, the podcast of dumb crimes and even dumber criminals. Welcome to Dumbline. It's a person who talks to you while naked in the sauna's favorite true crime podcast. Yes, it's true. I've heard them talk to me about this podcast while their balls dangle. It's happening.
So off-putting.
Yes. My name is Greg. I'm joined by my golfing buddy, Jason.
Hello, everybody.
And the siren of Straszapredi, Maria.
Hey, dummies.
I never knew what Straszapredi was.
I don't know what Straszapredi is.
Or not rare, rare pasta.
What is it?
I don't know. It's a pasta.
What shape is it?
Is it like a...
You looked it up, but you don't know the shape?
Is it a wheat
All I needed was
pasta?
a name, Maria. I just need a name.
Is it a wheat? Is it
looks
a flour?
like a little mac and cheese. Translates to priest stranglers. A rustic hand-rolled pasta with medieval origins.
Priest strangler. Oh.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I've seen that, but I think we call it something different in the U.S.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
a priest
strangler.
We call them, we call them priest stranglers.
I am from now on.
You go down to the Italian market and you ask for a pound of priest stranglers.
They probably know.
You might get something else.
You might get arrested.
You might get something way different down there.
Yes.
You might actually get like Frankie that strangled a priest.
Yeah, they bring some guy out from the back.
Yeah, you want Frankie? No. What
I was trying really hard to not complain about anything, but God damn it, Mother Nature, I can't take this.
It's hot.
It is the real feel in Philadelphia today is 110 degrees, and humidity is like 80%. The dew point's like 4,000. You can't do anything outside. We had a miserable June and spring of cold, overcast, rainy weather, and summer came, and we're in the triple digits, and we're in a heat wave, and I'm miserable.
It's basically like wearing a sweater outside. It feels like you're wearing a wool sweater.
It's brutal.
When you walk outside, it's gross.
I rode to work on my scooter today, going 20 miles an hour in that nice breeze.
Oh, nice hot breeze, like someone blowing hot breath on you.
Got there like drenched. Like my shirt was still wet. I was like, how am I sweating? Like I've been going like
with the breeze.
This breeze the whole time. Sweat. Disgusting.
I got some stuff going on in my car, so I lifted the hood. The hood is like 4,000 degrees. Everything I touched that was metal, I felt like my skin was just sticking to it and ripping off my body. It was so hot out. So anyway, Mother Nature, you owe us a few days, like a mild, like nice 80-degree weather.
Yes.
So I don't know what the rest of the country's like, but our weather here is extreme. It must be extreme because you see Lake Tahoe.
What is it?
Some storm came out of nowhere, like a typhoon hurricane thing. Hail, snow, 10-foot waves, boats overturning in a lake. In a lake.
Yeah, people died. Like
eight people died. People are missing.
How big was this hail?
I don't know, dude. But it
wasn't the hail that killed them.
It was like what are those waves called when they? I don't know.
Rogue waves.
It's just giant. I don't know. They're like 10 feet waves were popping up, and the boats were capsizing.
What the?
It's crazy out there.
Oh my God!
I'm checking my below deck dictionary in my head to see if I know what it's called. Swells.
Swells. There you go. Bang, 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 bang. Who says reality TV doesn't pay off?
Yeah, way to go, Maria.
By the way, a new season of Love Island is season 7. We're in the year 2025. Season 7 just starts. Fantastic. So pay attention. All right, Maria, you got a little headline for us that might be kind of wacky.
Definitely.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Extra, extra, read all about it.
This week's headline is from Fox 59, Lawrence County, Indiana, April 23rd, 2024. Woman calls cops over bad batch of meth, wanted to file charges against dealer.
Well,
yeah. I mean, she demands satisfaction.
these people, this happens all the time with these people.
All the
I've seen
time.
like guys call about the hookers they didn't like,
Yeah.
or something that happened.
Like the weed, my drug dealer gave me like oregano.
So
it
seems like more of like maybe I don't even know if you could pursue that in civil court.
What do you think they're? I'm going to sue them. Depends on how much it is, but I think the legality of it makes it a little bit difficult
So
to sue
let me take a wild guess, Maria. This woman or person got arrested?
Yes, after using meth and feeling that something was, quote, off, Sarah Harris called 911 to report it. When police showed up to check on her, she handed them her bag and asked them to test it. She was charged with felony meth possession.
Well, was it meth?
Yes.
Oh, man.
She probably never said. They're like,
That's
the dealer's probably like, that's good meth.
If it came up as like sugar or something, she's like, see?
Yeah.
See?
She's like, he was probably like, you can't handle this. She probably got all up in her head, and that's why she called. She was like, I've never had this good of meth before.
Does it
She's probably
say?
all
Does it
fucked
say
up.
why she thought it was bad meth?
It just said she felt weird.
Oh,
Yeah.
But she'd probably
Yeah, you know what that's
she's been
called?
probably getting fake meth the whole time.
Oh,
Finally got some real stuff.
100%. I
I bet this stuff's weird.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She probably got like a heavy
Is that
dose.
what you just said? I said
Yeah.
that? Oh, my
yeah.
bad.
No. She got like a heavy dose and was like, holy shit, I am super high. This is not meth.
I was thinking maybe she had been on like a 7-day bender. So she's like, I feel weird because I haven't slept in 7 days.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
that'll make you feel a
true
little
too.
weird. For sure.
The meth and the no sleeping is a wonderful combination.
Meth is more prevalent than I actually think it is. It's more prevalent than I believe it to be. It's out there.
Yeah.
A lot of people are on it.
I think it's very, very cheap to produce. And
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And in Philly, we have a big opioid problem. So I think we see less meth in Philadelphia proper than the rest of the country sees.
The Philly people are just like meth. Yeah,
Mannequins.
Heroin.
Have a Twizzler. Dude. Yeah. We don't want meth.
have a twist. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
Come with that weak meth shit.
Yeah. Oh, you're losing some teeth. Hang out with us. Sheesh. All right, Maria.
Sheesh is right.
Right. Maria, cool us down with a funny case of hilarity and nonsense.
All right. This is what happens when an insane liar cannot shut himself up for decades. The sources for this story are an article by Mark Seal in the January 2009 issue of Vanity Fair, Dateline Season 21, Episode 33, and Vanity Fair Confidential Season 2, Episode 6. I'll share all the titles of them at the end. All source details can be found in our show notes.
Does Vanity Fair have numerous series?
I think Vanity Fair Confidential is the only one. They have like
Alright.
4 or 5 seasons of that.
But it's from the actual, like the Vanity Fair magazine.
Yeah, it's like mostly their true crime
Okay. That's a
articles.
big-
They do a
so-
lot of good investigative journalism.
I could see this. So Vanity Fair and Dateline.
Yes.
Oh, those 2 heavy hitters.
Super heavy hitters. In July 2008 in Boston, Clark Rockefeller walks down the street with his 7-year-old daughter, whose nickname is Snooks.
Stop it. Clark
How
Rockefeller?
rich is he? Rich?
Guilty.
We'll see. We'll find out. And his daughter's nickname is Snooks. And this
Snooks
is after
Rockefeller?
Jersey Shore started. Snooki is on Jersey Shore.
So wait. So what year is this?
2008.
Oh, that's weird. I
Or
wonder
maybe
where-
that's right before Jersey Shore started.
I don't know. Snooks though.
Snooks.
Clark Rockefeller?
Yeah, and his daughter Snooks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming the guy's Caucasian.
Oh, he is so cool.
Yeah, it's just like a whitey
yeah.
white man
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Clark Rockefeller.
You don't get whiter than
I mean,
Clark.
I don't know if he's adopted
Rockefeller.
or not, but I'm thinking, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the only thing.
Yeah.
So he adopted into.
He's actually Egyptian. No. No. He's followed closely by a social worker because the terms of his divorce from his wife, Sandra Boss, also the whitest name ever.
BOSS?
BOSS.
Boss. That's a
Man,
sweet
Boston
last name.
Rockefeller was her.
Boss.
You gotta hyphenate that
Rockefeller
last name.
hyphen boss.
Or go Boss Rockefeller.
Boss Rockefeller, yeah.
Yeah, Boss Rockefeller.
Is this Sarah with an H at the end?
Yes.
Sarah-
Oh, no, Sandra. Sorry.
Oh, Sandra, my bad.
Sandra Boss Rockefeller.
Sandra Boss.
That's a strong name.
Yes. So the terms of their divorce require that he has supervised visits with his
Oh,
daughter.
boy. What's
Was
he doing?
Yeah, does he suck?
He's wearing a trench coat, hanging around, doing weird things.
Suddenly, a black SUV limo pulls up, and Clark yanks Snooks into the car. The social worker tries to cling to the vehicle, but fails.
Wow. Social worker really going over and
Yeah.
beyond.
Oh, it's got to be like a
Clinging onto
kidnapping.
the
I mean,
car.
that's like a kidnapping.
kidnapping, yeah.
I wonder what happens under your watch. Is she like? Wonder if she like loses
What's
her.
Clark do? Just watch?
No,
No, Clark's
yanks
in on
Snooks
it.
and gets in the limo.
Clark's in on it.
Door, the SUV opens up, pulls
Him-
up, opens
yeah.
up, and he hops in with the kid.
With the
Yeah,
kid.
and the social worker's left there,
Yeah.
hanging on.
And you're just going to melt into society with the name Clark Rockefeller.
Yeah, and Snooks.
yeah. Yeah.
A friend of Clark's has been paid $3,000 to pick them up. Shortly after he's picked up, Clark is worried about a bump on Snook's head and asks his driver to wait for him while he takes her to the hospital. But Clark and Snooks never return.
Ooh.
Clark asks another friend to pick him up and drive him and Snooks to Long Island. After dropping them off, they didn't make it all the way there. They only made it to Grand Central Station.
Do people know that does this second guy know that he's like taking her, or does he think everything's cool?
They're just doing, it's a she. She's just doing them a favor.
Does she know that?
No.
Okay.
And they go to Grand Central Station?
Yeah. They're supposed to go to Long Island. I don't know why they're in Manhattan. I mean, the logistics of that seem weird to me, but he might have told her to drop them off at Grand Central.
There's no cameras or anything at Grand Central. There's not even any cops there.
No.
Oh, no. It's a very remote part of Manhattan.
Yeah, it's a good spot to go to try to get away with a stolen kid.
It's the most remote spot of New York City.
Yeah.
After dropping them off, she learns that an Amber Alert has been issued for Snooks and that the two are on the run.
Oh, boy.
So they're found safe in Baltimore 6 days later, but an odyssey is just beginning.
Surprised they got that far. 6 days.
In Baltimore, I thought they were going to Long Island.
Clark likes to tell people he's going to a lot of different places.
Okay. Well, I mean, he's not. I guess he's trying to
Confuse.
divert.
Yeah. So when police search for Clark's identification, they discover that he has no license, no passport, and no social security number. His credit cards are issued through Sandra, and his cell phone is connected to a friend's account.
Does he? Whoa. I mean, seriously has no social security number?
None.
What?
How does he not have one?
We'll find out.
What?
They do learn that he visited a friend just before meeting his daughter and had a glass of wine.
Hold on, he's got credit cards through
his wife.
Just his
wife.
But
I feel like my wife's got credit cards, and I have to put their social number in to get the credit card issued in their name. That's wild.
Well, I mean,
maybe he just has credit cards with his wife's name on it.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, they are super rich, very white. I wonder if there's a separate rule for people with like American Express black cards than there is for the rest of us.
Oh, do you think there might be?
Maybe.
Weird.
I've heard. I mean, it's a rumor.
I don't think that. I thought we all get treated pretty equal.
Pretty equal playing field, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
So they learn that he visited a friend just before meeting his daughter and had a glass of wine. And luckily, Clark's friend hasn't washed the glass yet. And the police retrieve his fingerprint from the glass.
How'd they know he was there?
Through talking to probably people in his circle, perhaps the driver of the SUV, perhaps the woman who had driven him to Long Island.
So at this point, they're trying to confirm his identity.
Yes. It turns out that Clark isn't a Rockefeller at all.
Shocking.
He's a Vanderbilt.
He's Christian Karl Gerhard Schreider.
Whoa.
A German from Bergen who moved to the U.S.
A German from Bergen?
A German from Bergen.
Hold on. Give me his name again.
Oh, you're going to try and write this
stuff
down.
Come on. I got to write this.
Christian Karl Gerhard Schreider.
Schreider.
S-C-H?
Carl with a K?
S-R. No, Carl. Oh, yes. Carl with a K. Christian with a C-H.
Yeah.
Gerhard Schreider with a lot of vowels and consonants.
Gerhard with a G.
He moved to the U.S. in 1978, and here comes some dumb that's just going to seriously snowball through the whole episode so we don't have to play any more sound effects.
We're playing all of them. We're going to play all of them.
It's the name he chose and the identity he's leaned on, Rockefeller. That's the catalyst for a mountain of media attention and a delving into his past.
Is he an attractive gentleman?
I mean, he's not the Elephant Man. He's just like a regular guy.
How did he get married with no social? He had no ID or anything to get married?
She just believed him.
No, but you got to get a marriage license.
Well, all right, they did a Quaker wedding. He said he submitted a license, and he never did.
I mean, I have been married Quaker. I still had to bring ID to City Hall.
So have I.
Yeah,
so
I did too.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a Quaker wedding too. I had to have a marriage license. I'm sure he found a friend with all right, we'll get into it. He goes to a lot of churches. He probably had a pastor who just
I mean, he could have just said, I got the license, don't worry about it, and just never did it.
Right. That's exactly what happened.
So
that's crazy.
Married.
So she's never seen his driver's license?
Nope.
That's crazy.
So when Christian moved to the U.S. in 1978, he contacts a family he met on a train trip in Europe. They encouraged him to look them up in Meriden, Connecticut, if he ever visits the area.
Ooh, bougie Connecticut.
He takes them up on that and stays with them briefly before posing as an exchange student and being taken in by a family in, coincidentally, Berlin, Connecticut, a town close by. He's now going by Christopher Gerhardt Schreider. Christopher is obsessed with American TV, and his favorite show is Gilligan's Island.
Good show.
Good show.
It got a little weird at the end once the Globetrotters showed up.
Yeah, the Globetrotter, right.
The
Like, why didn't they
Globetrotters
take him
showing
back?
off.
Right,
Yeah. But it was all right there for a little bit.
So unlike anyone else on Earth who watched the show, his favorite characters are the Howells.
Oh, that's so funny.
And for anybody who
Are you
doesn't,
a Ginger or Mary Ann? Greg.
Ginger.
I'm a Mary Ann.
I don't, have a crush on either of them.
yeah.
The professor was absolutely my crush.
Okay, yeah.
But-
all the girls.
Yeah,
love
It's
the
pretty slim
professor.
picking with the guys.
Oh, the guys, the professor.
Gilligan, the
Oh,
professor, Mr. Howell.
the
and the professor.
the
And
professor.
Skipper.
Was banging everybody.
Who?
Oh,
Professor?
the
Professor, yeah.
Everybody, there's two people.
Even Mrs. Howell.
Unless you're including Gilligan, everybody.
Even Mrs. Yeah, Gilligan was getting
Yeah, probably a long time on that island.
for a long time.
So for anybody who doesn't know, Gilligan's Island, they were stranded on an island together, and the Howells were like super shitty rich people who couldn't do anything. They had like no clue
Lovey.
about anything.
Yeah, they went on a 3-hour tour and ended up stranded on a deserted island
For
somewhere.
like 8 years, for as long as the show ran.
What was it? Lovey and Thurston Howe.
Thurston Howe.
Howe and Lovey.
Thurston
So-
Howell the third.
Thurston Howe the third. That's correct.
So Christopher begins practicing speaking in English like Thurston. So it's kind of like this, like, lover,
Oh, lovely.
hello,
That's-
please give me a coconut.
That's not bad. You gotta like
Love it.
You gotta
You kinda have
stick
to-
your chin warrior.
Yeah, like
and
on
go,
Family Guy.
Yeah. Those guys that have those giant bottom chins. All the waspy guys.
He also believes that any kind of chore is beneath him, and the family he's living with eventually kicks him out. They're just like, get out of here, Thurston, please.
That's awesome. What year is this? Like 87?
That was in 70. He went to Connecticut in 78, so this was
Okay.
probably around 79.
Okay.
By 1980, he's a film student at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee named Chris Kenneth Gerhardt. He tells everyone he's from Boston, and he proves it by eating a Boston cream pie every day.
Ooh.
That's
I don't know anyone in Philadelphia who does that. No. So maybe people in Boston do.
yeah.
Philadelphians don't.
I haven't met a lot of people from Boston. But yeah, that I don't know that to not be true.
Do we eat Philadelphia cream cheese every day to prove we're Philadelphians? No.
I mean, if I had certain bagels, I probably would, and if it didn't make me fat as fuck, I probably would too. Cream cheese is amazing.
Cream cheese?
Yeah.
That's
What
not
was
in
that
Boston.
little
I was
bit
trying to find a Mr. Howell clip, but I can't. There's music behind.
Lover.
There's,
That's your best-
there's no...
No, she said we don't. She's like, we're Philadelphians.
Oh, oh.
We don't eat cream cheese every day.
No,
I
we
said,
eat cream cheese, but not Philadelphia cream cheese.
I would eat that every day if I could. Every day.
Yeah?
Really?
Oh, with a good bagel, like a New York bagel, and
Oh, wow.
some Philadelphia
New York
cream.
bagel. Slopping.
They're fucking so good.
They are. So Christopher pops up next in San Marino, California, a suburb of LA, in about 1983. He introduces himself as USC film student Christopher Chichester.
Chichester. He's getting very fancy.
Christopher Chichester.
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 There's no record of him enrolling officially as a student, but he makes friends there and is well liked.
So he's just hanging
on
out?
campus?
Yeah, he's just
nice
hanging
move.
Yeah, just going and hanging out. In 83.
I do love cafeteria food on campuses.
I mean, in 83, you can just roll up and hang out.
You could be like, I'm a student.
Yeah, I go here. Here's my piece of paper that says anything. Go ask the registrar.
It's funny that you mention that because everyone is somehow impressed by his nonsense, which includes carrying around a card that declares that he's the 13th Baronet of Chichester, England.
A baronet?
A baronet. That's like right below a baron.
Yeah, we had somebody recent. Oh, that was the guy who was pretending to be the.
Oh yeah,
I
we
forget
did
what
have
it was.
another
We had a baronet
Yeah.
from Australia.
Her
That
testimony is killing me.
yes, That's their
Oh
funeral.
yeah.
Aren't you forgetting something?
That's Mr. Howe.
So he's
Yes.
got a baronet.
He's got a baronet ID card, which I don't think royalty gives out in any part of England.
He doesn't have
Laminated.
he doesn't have a driver's license, but he has a baronet, an official
ID card.
baronet card.
He tells others that he's descended from Lord Mountbatten, a famous British naval officer. He shows off an article from a neighboring town's newspaper about Sir Francis Chichester, his supposed ancestor. The article also mentions excitedly that Christopher is living in San Marino.
So he just carries this stuff around
Yeah.
and shows people,
Yeah.
eating Boston cream pies.
Well, no, now he's royalty, so
Yeah, that's right.
he might
that's
be
right,
eating
That's right.
crumpets. I don't know.
He's eating meat pies and
High
drinking
tea.
teas.
He has like beef Wellington around his neck. He just gnaws on like beef Wellington.
Beef Wellington.
Oh my God, it's so good. He spends a lot of time in churches and private clubs targeting elderly, wealthy widows and their daughters too.
Oh, that a boy. It's
One-
like dirty, rotten
Is this
scoundrels.
guy good looking?
I mean, he's fine looking. He would not be my type.
In 1978 or
He's
83,
got
is he good looking?
He's got a stylish, like preppy, blue bloody country club vibe about him.
Okay.
So is he trying to hook up with the moms or
Or
the
the
daughters?
daughters.
He doesn't.
He
He
doesn't
doesn't
care.
matter. He's just casted.
Yeah.
Does he have a
Good for him.
non-threatening, like Ted Bundy vibe to him?
He is not as traditionally handsome as Ted Bundy, but he does have that preppy, educated vibe about him. Yes. One woman he takes on a date is surprised to see him driving a tan Datsun, the interior of which is covered in Post-its.
The
Post-its.
whole
Wow.
thing? Were they
That's
filled
early
out?
on in the post-it world, too.
Were
I
they
think
filled
83.
out?
Yeah, they're like reminders for him. And
Was-
Chris,
was she being facetious and saying the whole thing was
Well,
covered in
it was
Post-its,
probably the
or were there
dashboard.
Post-its everywhere?
well, I don't know because I haven't seen a picture.
Post-it. You are a Chichester. You are a Chichester.
Yeah, it's all.
Your
forget-
name
remembrance.
is...
You don't eat Boston cream pies anymore.
Yes.
So Christopher's idea of romance is to drag her around while he runs errands and delivers a monologue about himself
In a Datsun.
in the tan Datsun, and the woman suspects that he is lying, but others remain completely charmed by him.
Do we know what kind of Datsun? Like a 280ZX? That was a nice car.
No, I mean, she's probably a member of a private club and was like, it's a Datsun
Right.
with
Well,
Post-its.
he's got to. Yeah, he's got to. I mean, if you're going to go into the country club and try to pick up these like hot widow wives and daughters, you can't be rolling in there with a Datsun and not be super attractive. I
Right.
mean,
I mean, you could with a 280ZX. They're badass cars. I don't know any other models.
Is it a 280ZX?
She just said a tan Datsun. I don't know.
I think you would say it was like a Datsun sports car.
Yeah.
The way that they're talking about it is really, really demeaning.
So he eventually befriends an eccentric elderly
Who
woman.
wants a tan car?
I know, tan is
Tan
like...
is a- I
Tan's-
don't like.
I mean,
I'm not a
but
big fan of tan in general.
Tan's very
Tan
1983.
If he had like a 280ZX, he wouldn't have it in tan. That would have been
Yeah,
like...
I don't think they made that
I
in
don't think
tan.
so either. So he befriends an elderly woman named Dee Dee Soas, who happens to have a guest cottage on her property.
Oh, that's awesome.
Christopher convinces her to allow him to stay there rent-free and begins to control Dee Dee, her decisions, and her household.
How?
Does
Well-
she have kids?
It seems
Put a
to...
spell on her?
No, it seems to be easy because every count of this case mercilessly mentions how drunk Dee Dee is all the time.
She's just wasted?
Who knows? I feel like this
I
was
mean,
a
does
little...
she likes to drink?
Well, Dateline's correspondent, Mike Taibbi, refers to her as drunken Dee Dee in the episode.
Mike Taibbi calls her drunken Dee Dee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he a brother of Matt Taibbi, the great writer? Used to be the Rolling Stone.
I don't know. They always come up. When I looked up Mike Taibbi to just find out how to pronounce his last name, because I missed it when I watched the episode, Matt Taibbi was the only thing that came up. So things at Dee Dee's are going well for Thurston Howell until 1983, when Dee Dee's son, computer programmer John Soas, and his wife Linda move in with her.
Oh, you can't control them.
Man.
Well, how's he
How
even
many
letting
people
them?
are in his house? Is she just bringing all these people in?
I mean, but how does he even let them move
yeah, if he's in control of this situation.
Well,
Yeah.
Thurston's in the guest house. John and Linda move into the main
Yeah,
house.
but he's still got but still they're coming in, they're getting in on his racket.
Yeah. So after 2 years of friction with Christopher and Dee Dee, John and Linda announced that they've been hired to carry out a top secret government satellite mission in New York, and they need to leave immediately.
All right, that's pretty cool. That's a great
what's this
opportunity.
mission?
I wonder what it's about.
Yeah.
Well, they got it from Christopher.
All right. So, I mean, it's still probably pretty cool.
Yeah, is it like CIA or FBI?
No one will ever know. After receiving a few postcards from Paris, Dee Dee and Linda's family stopped hearing from them entirely.
Oh,
Postcards
they
or
have a-
post-it notes from
Postcards
Paris?
from Paris. What are they, George Costanza?
Wait, they actually sent postcards from...
Someone sent postcards from Paris saying
All
we
right.
took a detour.
Yeah. He took them to Paris?
No. Dee Dee files a missing persons report when she doesn't hear from them after about 5 months. And when police begin to investigate, they name Christopher a person of interest and try to track him down, but he's disappeared too.
Well, he's got no name, no social, no nothing.
No, nothing.
He's a fart in the wind.
Fart in the wind, lover. Drunken Dee Dee kicks it in 1988.
Drunken Dee Dee. That's Mike Taibbi's words, not ours.
So she died.
She died.
Okay, I thought, no, she kicked the booze.
No, she kicks it.
The
big
bucket.
it.
The bucket.
The bucket. A few months later, John and Linda's truck is traced to Greenwich, Connecticut, where a former producer of the 1985 series Alfred Hitchcock Presents, named Christopher Crowe, is trying to sell his truck. California police send photos of John, Linda, and Christopher to their Connecticut counterparts, and Connecticut police confirm that Christopher Crowe is Christopher Chichester.
And he's with the same people? Two people?
He is the same. Christopher Crowe is Christopher.
Who's Christopher Crowe? He's with people?
Christopher Crowe is Christopher
But
Chichester.
he's trying to sell a truck.
He's trying to sell John and Linda's truck.
Okay. John and Linda aren't there.
No.
No.
Okay. They're in Paris.
Right. While living in Greenwich, he pulls the same stunts he did in San Marino. He joins private clubs and befriends wealthy women. He even manages to get a job with a brokerage firm, but his staff soon figures out that he has no idea what he's doing.
What did he do?
go? He went to Paris and ended up back in Connecticut?
He never went to Paris.
And how did the postcards come from Paris?
He had someone send them.
Oh.
Someone,
I mean, who wouldn't do that? Hey, can you send postcards to this address
I know,
and say
I'd be
you're this
like,
person?
no, dude.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah,
Just drop
everything
these
must
off.
be fine.
They're just drop these off. They're pre-filled out. They're pre-whatever.
Here's my ID as a baronet. Can you please do this for me?
Baronet.
Just hanging out at the airport. Hey, are you going to Paris? Can you do me a favor? Can you drop these in the mailbox when you get over there?
So someone checks the social security number he's provided when he applies for the job.
And it comes up
And-
Bugs Bunny.
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9.
It actually belongs to David Berkowitz, better known as the son of Sam.
Wow. How did he get his social security
that's
number?
ballsy. It's probably that's a ballsy move. This guy's nuts.
So, for anybody who doesn't know, Son of Sam is the serial predator who murdered 6 people in New York City in 1976 and 1977.
Dogs told him to do it.
Right. He's fired immediately. Not Son of Sam, but Thurston
Yeah,
Howell.
David Berkowitz though was also fired.
He was fired.
He was
from
fired
life,
too.
Yeah. Or from Free Life.
Both of those
man.
people were fired.
Who knew people were stealing identities and social security numbers back then?
Crazy.
And that's the one you're going to pick. I mean,
Sure.
that's like a troll. That's a total middle finger.
It is. You're right. Like,
He's just
why
like-
wouldn't you just pick like a random open public records?
Yeah,
Well, it's
he's
probably
right-
hard to get that.
He's writing that down.
How would you find it in that time period? How would you get
It's
a hold
public information. You can
of
probably
social security numbers?
Well, your entire court file is public information when you're that
Yeah,
level of criminal.
Yeah, I wonder if
could
he
probably
could
request
find
it.
it in like a court file or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something probably. But still, he's
I've
writing.
done a lot
you-
of court filings in my day. I've never used a social security number. Interesting.
I don't know. I mean,
So-
I have no idea. But you know, he's writing that down.
I mean, I
He's
haven't
like,
filed. I'm not like a serial litigator. I worked for a lawyer. I don't want people to think I'm a serial. I filed a lot of court documents. in
I've
my
had a
day.
lot of head injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the tort king. We call him
Yep.
Greg, the king of tort.
So he somehow manages to land a new job at Nico Securities Limited on Wall Street after that.
Great. I mean, if you got a securities
Who
firm.
did he use? Jeffrey Dahmer's
Yeah.
social for this one, or Ted Bundy's?
Might have been Gacy. I think it was a little early for either of those.
What year? It was 83. Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th.
It's 555.
Yeah.
My name is Frederick Krueger.
In the early 1990s, Christopher Crowe renames himself Clark Rockefeller and begins
He
barging.
likes the K's.
Christopher
Chris,
Crowe
Christian.
sounds like a wrestler, like
It's-
a bad wrestler.
It's actually a real producer from the Alfred Hitchcock Presents show. He picked a real producer's name.
This guy's just a troll.
He's a troll. So he renames himself Clark Rockefeller and begins barging into the Manhattan social scene. And that's where he eventually meets Sandra Boss, his future wife. She also works on Wall Street and is highly successful. And she's impressed that he knows several languages, including Klingon.
Wow.
So
Nerds unite.
So he somehow got this gig and he's doing all right now. Like he's not fired yet. Is he making money there? Is he?
Yeah.
Because if you're a
Man, I
brokerage
feel
firm,
like
you're
such a
probably
loser
making.
in life. This guy's just hopping
Yeah,
around with
he's
false
just not-
identities,
yeah.
getting these good gigs.
Yeah, it got no. Yeah. So.
Well, he's
that-
got
you
some
could-
motivation.
You could just show up at this place and get in there. Like
Right.
he's
The security
Yeah,
exchange.
he just barged in. I didn't know you could barge in.
Yeah, he's doing futures of pork.
Yeah,
Pork belly futures.
him and Billy Valentine.
Yes.
So back in San Marino, Dee Dee's home has new owners, and workers digging in the yard in 1994 find plastic bags that contain skull and bone fragments. When the remains are tested for DNA, they're confirmed as belonging to John Soas, Dee Dee's son. But the police still cannot track down Christopher.
Oh man.
Once Sandra and Clark marry, they move to New Hampshire for a while and then to Boston. And by 2007, they're divorced.
He moves back home to Boston.
I'm so confused. How's he getting this new job with no social security number?
I don't know.
It's crazy.
Like
Do they
anytime
know-
I get a job or anything, you got to fill out that paperwork for your taxes.
So this is 86. I mean, they're probably not checking anything with a computer.
Yeah.
It's probably filed. It probably takes so long.
One of the articles, it was probably the Vanity Fair article, said that the guy who ran Nikos Securities Limited was not one to check references. He was probably on Wall Street. He's knee deep in an 8-ball. He's like, "Come on in, I like you."
He just
like,
he just saw
Yeah.
He just saw that he worked at this other firm and
right.
well, who's not going to hire a Rockefeller?
yeah,
Yeah,
man,
exactly.
The 80s, dude. The 80s were fucking crazy.
For white men, yeah.
Yeah, for white men, it was awesome.
When Snook's kidnapping catches media attention, investigators are flooded with tips about Clark's time in San Marino. One neighbor remembers him burning pieces of carpet in his fireplace around the time of John and Linda's disappearance. Another lent him a chainsaw around the same time.
Oh my God! Another one lent him a gun.
Yeah.
Another one lent him
A
rubber
shovel.
gloves.
A luminol test in the guest house reveals 4 large bloodstains, and the bags holding John's remains were from 2 bookstores, one at the University of Wisconsin and another at USC, and the style of both matched the styles of the school's bags at the time when Clark was in those areas.
So
he wasn't
weird.
a student though. He's just in the areas.
Yeah, it's so weird. This guy just everything's got to be like a message, or he just seemed.
Yeah.
This is weird.
He's charged with first-degree murder in 2011. And in April 2013, Christian Karl Gerhard Schreider is convicted of the first-degree murder of John Soas and is sentenced to 27 years to life. He's serving his sentence in San Quentin. Linda Soas has never been found.
Does he say he didn't do it?
He insists he didn't do any of it. He actually, on Dateline, no, it was ABC News or NBC News, asked him, "Did you murder John and Linda Soas?" And he said, "I'm a Quaker." He didn't say no. He said, "I'm a Quaker. I'm a pacifist. I would never do anything violent." He's refused all of it. So the Vanity Fair article is titled "The Man in the Rockefeller Suit." The Dateline episode is "Phony Rockefeller." And the Vanity Fair Confidential episode is "The Perfectly Sinister Mr. Rockefeller."
I don't really love any of those names of those. series
No, it just
titles.
felt like it gave
No.
too much away right up at.
Yeah.
up
It
right up
just.
front.
I don't know. I mean, I'm shocked at just the sheer audacity of this guy. Like he got away with so much, and
He did.
like it's crazy. Everybody was dumb in this. He was dumb. The people hiring him were dumb. Like that guy got really far.
And people around him are more dumb than he was. It feels
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, I mean, his wife, she didn't start looking into his past until they divorced. So it was like 13 years after they got together, she started looking into his past and realized he wasn't who he said he was. But it took until she like fell out of love with him to do that. She admits it. She said, "I was stupid." Like she,
How do you? I mean, that's got to be like that's It's got to be like a punch to the face. I can't even imagine like finding all that out about like that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, more importantly, did he actually know how to speak Klingon?
I think enough to impress his wife. I mean, you know, he probably learned a lot of he grew up in Europe. He probably spoke enough conversational phrases of a few languages and probably did the same with Klingon. But actually, John Soas was super into Star Trek, so it's possible he gleaned some of that from John Soas.
Interesting.
That is very interesting. And even interesting that was one thing that
all
attracted.
Klingons aren't crazy, so don't. If you got a friend who speaks Klingon, give them benefit of the doubt. They're not all crazy.
We're not trying to.
Yeah, but if I met somebody who spoke I'm just making up 5, I don't know how many languages. If I met somebody who spoke 5 languages, I'd be like, they can speak French and German and Dutch. I wouldn't mention Klingon. That would not be the one that impressed me.
If for some reason in the future you went on a dating site, you wouldn't be impressed by a guy with Klingon as one of his languages.
It's something to talk about.
It's something to talk about. I wouldn't say, I wouldn't be like, pfft.
It's not a deal breaker.
I mean, it feels like a red flag.
I am so out. If someone approached me on a dating site, they spoke Klingon, I am out. I'm sorry, Trekkies. I am out.
Well,
out.
if they only spoke, if they said
think
they were
prefer
bilingual.
to be called Trekkers.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
If someone said I'm bilingual and I speak English and Klingon, I'd be like, bye. I would. You're not bilingual. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
So where do you rank?
Are they calling themselves bilingual and their second language is Klingon?
I'm just saying as an example.
Let me ask you this. What is the more attractive language to speak? Klingon or is it Elvish?
Oh, I prefer Klingon. If you're giving me Elvish or Klingon, I'll take
Klingon.
Yeah.
Klingon is a very harsh language. It's like
I know, but
oh yeah,
Elvish means
German.
Elvish means 6,000-page books that I have to be mansplained to about, and I just can't. I'm out.
You're out on that?
Yeah, I couldn't even. Oh my God, those movies. Oh my God, they were good, but they should have ended 45 minutes.
Which ones
early.
are we talking about?
The Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
Elvish is Lord of the Rings.
I have
Sorry.
not seen any of them in their entirety.
Oh, they're
I can't
good.
deal with movies that long of that topic. So Elvish is out. Klingon it is.
very interesting.
Yeah. We'll find out something else about Maria momentarily as we get to know Maria just a little more.
Just a little bit more. But first, let me tell you about our social media.
Yeah, let's do it.
Give it to me, baby.
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. You can find us there, Dumbline Podcast. Also, as always, rate, subscribe, share with your friends. And thank you for listening, all you wonderful people. And thanks for all your emails.
And if you're a crappy person, thank you for listening.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. We don't judge anybody.
As long as you're not crappy to
As long as you
other
like
people.
it.
If you're just a crank, we're cool with that.
Yeah.
As long as you like, subscribe, and share.
Yeah, give us 5 stars, even if you're a cranky person.
Yeah.
It's a random act of kindness.
Yes.
These sons of bitches, I'll give them 5 stars.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Give it to us like that.
Yeah, a spite rating.
A hate rating.
A spite 5.
Yeah. All right, it's time. Get to know Maria.
Get to know her.
So I had a question I was going to ask, but I think people in this get to know Maria. So Maria has a nice bowl of candy as we record, and on top of the candy, are they fortune cookies?
Yeah,
There are 2 fortune
The
cookies
classic fortune cookies.
in the bowl of candy. We got Skittles, Hershey's, Whoppers, Starburst, and a couple fortune cookies. Individually wrapped.
I ordered Chinese food this weekend.
Individually wrapped fortune cookies.
I got Chinese food this weekend, and I was like, I got to throw them somewhere. I'll just put them in the candy bowl.
It's weird because my wife, the Pagan, she's always complaining. We never get fortune cookies. Where do you order from? Do you get fortune cookies still?
Golden Empress. I always get
Golden
them.
Chopsticks has fortune cookies too.
All right. Well, how about you open one, Maria, and give us a fortune?
Oh, okay. I like this idea.
Yeah.
You're apparently supposed to, for good luck, eat the whole cookie beforehand, but I will spare you all that.
We can riff about some
Yeah.
No, it's all right.
Random.
We don't need to do that.
improv
So
subject.
what is your what's your go-to Chinese order as well?
Chinese food is basically a delivery system for me to get the egg rolls that I need at least once every 2 weeks. So I order 2 egg rolls.
Okay.
And
What kind of
then-
egg rolls? Pork egg rolls?
Oh, yeah. The deep fried, old
yeah.
school, greasy
Yeah, yeah.
pork egg rolls.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love
They're-
them.
they're
with
delicious.
spicy mustard. Oh, my God. My mouth is watering. That's my
I do
favorite
spicy
food.
mustard too. It's very good.
And then if most places don't have the kind of dumplings I like. If it's like thick Shanghai dumplings, that's my go-to. Usually beef and broccoli.
Does the place you got these fortune cookies from have the dumplings you
No,
like?
they
So what
have
else did you get? You can't just get
I
egg
got
rolls.
beef and broccoli.
Oh,
A
nice.
very similar order.
All right, hold on. Here comes the fortune.
Friday will bring you the breakthrough you've been waiting for.
Oh, yeah, I like
Yeah,
it.
we got 3 more days.
Good one.
Yeah, we'll check back
We're
in.
recording on a Tuesday.
I actually got one once that said a carrot a day keeps the cancer away, and I was like,
It's not wrong.
it's horribly dark.
yeah, that's a weird one to put in.
It's a good tip.
I mean, I guess.
All right, I had a question. I'm asking anyway. We're really diving into getting to know Maria here.
Okay.
Maria, would you give up the ability to have pets for $1 million?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, me neither.
I wouldn't either.
No.
There's
No,
no,
I
way.
will not.
There's no way. There's no way.
I can't be coming home to a house with no pets.
Yeah,
no
me
way.
neither.
And $1 million isn't even that much anymore.
I mean,
Yeah, you're still gonna have to work.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Sure,
You know?
it'll help.
Oh yeah, I'm not poo pooing $1 million.
Bezos
bucks, but
wants
not
to buy
for-
Dumbline for $1 million. I'll take it.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. Let him make an offer first. We'll see. You can buy
Oh, yeah,
her,
true. That
buy
might be
Maria out for $1
lowballing.
million, then he's got to sit here with us.
Yeah.
I'm lowballing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I think that'll do it.
We should have been invited to that wedding.
I don't want to go to that wedding.
I don't want to go.
Hey, thanks for hanging with us. My name is Greg.
I'm Jason.
I'm Maria.
Take it easy.
See you, everybody.
Bye, lovers.